Hello learners and welcome to U.S. History Reconstruction to Present. We are on week 19. Hopefully everyone had a nice holiday and you're back into the swing of things. This week we are completing units 5.10 through 5.17. We're going to focus on Harry Truman, return to normalcy after the war. A new threat emerges, which is the Cold War, taking a quiz on Truman, continuing with the Cold War, and more problems arising in the East. Okay, so our learning target is I can comprehend the circumstances leading up to the Cold War and analyze the effects of decisions made by the US and the Soviet Union. Okay, so I want you to take a couple minutes here, look at the quotations to the right, and think to yourself, how do these quotations reflect changing attitudes towards the threat of communism over time? Okay, so look at the different presidents, look at what they said about it, how they felt about it, and just kind of think about, how did this change over time? So you should probably pause this now and take a couple minutes and look at the changing attitudes. Okay, so you're going to go into the course and read A New Threat Emerges Abroad. There's a lot of really great information in there, and there's also some more information later on about the Cold War. But this is going to give you tons of great information. You're also going to read Cold War History from history.com. There's a ton of great information in there, as well as some videos. And as you read, you're going to want to think about the containment policy and the expansion of the Cold War. You're going to watch the video Duck and Cover. I used to show this when I was in the brick and mortar classroom. It was sheer propaganda the government formulated to try to make people feel better, less at ease about what was going on, or more at ease, about what was going on in the United States at the time. So when you were in school, just like we practice fire drills today, they would practice ducking and covering under their desks. And there's a turtle that kind of shows them how to do everything, and they essentially become a turtle. So when you hear the siren go off, you get under your desk and you duck and you cover, and it's supposed to protect you from the nuclear blast, which today we know that is completely not true. But back then, people believed it. The government told them, you want to believe your government. Okay, when my dad and my mom and my mother-in-law were in school, they started school around like 1955, 56, and this is what they were taught. Okay, you're also going to watch the videos that are in history.com up above. As you do the readings, you'll see the videos as you go through it. And then take the Cold War Quizlet. You're also going to take a second here and look at the political cartoon on the right and explain what exactly the red iceberg means to America. So you'll learn this as you go through and look at the lessons. You see that there are some countries here and that have communism. And you can see the United States there on their boat and the iceberg and what's going to happen to us. So kind of think in mind, what does this red iceberg mean to America? And then in order to check your understanding of the Cold War, please complete the Quizlet test. And then after studying the Cold War, you're going to create a timeline showing events leading up to the Cold War as well as during the Cold War. So kind of put everything into a nice laid out order, and you'll better understand exactly what led up to the Cold War and the Cold War itself. And then there's a rubric there. And then I want you to write a short reflection answering the following question on your learning. Have you changed any ideas you used to have on the topic of the Cold War? Okay, so any questions or concerns, please reach out to me. If not, you have a wonderful, productive week. Please remember that January 14th is the last day of this official checkpoint, and also halfway point through the year. My class is not going to end. Some of your classes may be ending, so just make sure that if it is a half-year class, that you have it completely and successfully completed by January 14th. Okay, so any questions, reach out. If not, like I said, have a very productive week. Thanks.